pretend I could sell my soul away, but that don't seem to show you how much I want you to stay. Friends for such a long time, stuck together through thick and thin. Every day gets harder, I try to play a game I'll never win. I don't have any more words, there's nothing left for me to say. Seems like everyone around us thinks we're better off this way. I can't fight this fight no more. Heartbreak is all I say. Baby, when it comes down to it, what is meant to be will be. I don't believe in fate, but for you it's worth the try. I say I want you happy, but girl, that's just a line. 'Cause if you're ever happy, it would have to be with me. Seeing you with another guy would only make me die inside, yeah. I can't fight this fight no more. Heartbreak is all I say. Baby, when it comes down to it, what is meant to be will be. I feel helpless without you, and I wanna live again. But deep inside your heart, baby, you see I need to be your I can't fight this fight no more. Heartbreak is all I say. Baby, when it comes down to it, what is meant to be will be.
Wait for it.
That's it, it's finished.
There it is, song number 3 on today's MSI.
Hold it. Still going.
All right, Dave, what do you think of track 3 today?
You know what? I love that ending.
I bet.
I do. I like endings like that where you hit one string and it just, you keep it going, you know? And it's for a guitarist, that's brilliant. Down to the song. Yeah, great song. Had it all for me. And it's probably an obvious winner for me. Great guitar.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
I'm not getting ahead of myself. Don't worry, I might surprise you. I might go for song 2. But
Woohoo!
woohoo. It was a great song, but yeah, I'm nearly there. Sounded like an old Metallica song to me. Good musicianship. I could hear everything. Love the drums. The guitar, I don't know, it was not really. It didn't inspire me or anything. He was a very good guitarist, and the first few bars were quite safe, and then he came in with that he really lifted the song, and yeah, it got better and better. Good lead solo. Overall, great mix. I can't complain. But I love the drum sound. I always listen to the drums to see if they're. I know I'm a guitarist, but I was listening to the drums, and the drums in the last song were, to me, a little bit compressed. These sounded like the real thing. I don't know if you guys can let me know if it was the real thing or not, but it sounded pretty sort of live to me, had that live feel to it. Overall, great song.
All right, Dave, appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. Ian, what do you think of track number 3?
I loved it. I bloody loved it. I mean, this actually took me by surprise because there was that little sort of guitar intro, and I thought, all right, we're in for a Desperado-style Mexican-y type track. I'll look forward to that. And then that lead guitar came in, and I thought, oh no, we're in for a wanky blues number. And then the vocalist came in, and I was like, ooh, hang about, this is good. It sort of made me sit up and listen again, and it went from strength to strength for there. I'll tell you what, Dave, you say early Metallica, I say this sounds like Slash's Snake Pit. It was the band that sort of Slash formed after Guns N' Roses had split up.
Yeah.
They had a guy called Eric Dover singing for them, who had a fantastic sort of powerful but kind of whiny, grungy voice. This guy's voice is a lot more soulful than Eric Dover's, and I really loved his voice. I really, really did. I thought it was great. But the music, the guitar tones, even the solo playing sounded like this guy is a big Slash fan. And I have to thank Dave Bryce for introducing me to Slash. They're personal friends. They have tea together sometimes. But it's all Dave Bryce's fault. I met Slash. But quite seriously, it does sound like it's very Slash involved. I mean, it's got that bluesy, rocky... I don't know. It's got a feel, and you could feel that vocalist. He was. I mean, yes, it's a song that's been written 1,000 times before. It's about a girl, as the Twitter Tuesday sort of saying goes, but the vocalist felt every word he was singing, and I could feel that. And my only criticism of the vocals was that the harmonies in places were there, but they weren't there at all. They need to be up. Really giving support to that lead vocal, which was strong, and they were just missing. The U's and R's that sort of came in about sort of 2/3 through the way of the song sounded great, but the sort of the harmonies that were coming in before that just were missing. The mix overall was fantastic. I agree with Dave. The drum sound was excellent. The snare sound was excellent. I love that sort of big round but still snappy snare that they get on that sort of drum sound. Yeah, I mean, the stabs in the chorus as well, they were a nice little touch under the vocal, where all the instrumentation was stabbing, but the vocal was just soaring over the top of that. Overall, yeah, excellent track. Oh, the singer held a note under that guitar solo, and it went all the way through. I'm not quite sure if that was held. If it was, fair play to the guy, or if it was sampled, which, fair play to the guy.
All right.
You don't know.
Yep. All right, Ian, thank you very much. And to Tom we go. Tom, number 3, what are your thoughts?
I think they're all nuts. No, I agree with a lot of what both of them said. It's a song that's been written before, but it's done very, very well. I thought the vocal mix was lacking. I mean, the drums were there. I agree with everybody. I love the drum sounds. That fat snare is one of the things I love to get. I forget the name of the type of snare that's generally associated with that type of sound, but it's an old standard drum kit, and it's just a big, bad, blop of a snare. And the kick and the bass was much more defined than the other songs. But the vocal mix really left me... in the beginning, I think he went in with too light of a touch. And then when he opened up, everything was fine. I think he should have... I don't think he should have toned it down that much in the beginning, because it gave me sort of this is heavy metal with...
soul singer.
Yeah, I agree with that.
and then he started going in with the Metallica type vocals and the guitar solo in the beginning of the song. I think they could use a better intro. Cut that down a bit, maybe. Just, but other than the vocal, I liked everything about the song. Don't get me wrong. Well, the song. But as far as the mix goes, I definitely agree with Ian. Like the background vocals, were not present as much as they could. There was a harmony in there that was set too low. It was more like a vocal double than a vocal harmony. The oohs and ahs could have been much more distinct from the track. I think they used the same reverb on everything, would be my only complaint. It was a nice sounding reverb, but it put everything in the same space. And again, clarity, especially in this type of song. The stabs underneath the chorus and then the vocal soaring over, I agree with Ian, that was a great idea. But again, there wasn't enough space in between the stabs. This is I've heard records that sound worse, to be honest. But I think this has the potential to go much further and be much better than it is. I think I would do the first half of the vocal again, cut that intro down a little bit. I will say for a 4-minute and 23-second song, it didn't seem like that, so that's a good thing. All these songs, they seem good, and they didn't seem like, sometimes you'll sit through a 2-minute song and wait and die for the end. But these songs, all songs, especially the last one, which was the longest, kept me interested and kept me wanting to listen. So, this is like I said, I've heard records that have been mixed worse, but I think this has a lot of potential, and it should go the next step. They should redo the vocals, re-clarify those backgrounds, make the guitars just as sweet sounding as the drums. That was the one thing. You could hear them, and you could hear the power that was there, but it wasn't, it was, again, too light a touch. In the verses, and then in the choruses, it started to be what it should be all along.
All right, I appreciate that, Tom.
If I can just add something.
Sure.
If you're gonna do a fade out on a track, this is the way to do it. The band finish, and then the guitarist, as Dave says, just strikes that note and holds it with a sustain, and that works because you can do that on stage. You can have the guitarist do some wacky, wonderful noises and stuff at the end of a track. But, fading a whole band out to nothing is impossible. But, the band finished, and then he just faded out on that note, and that worked for me, so I'm not going to bitch about that.
Okay, I appreciate you clarifying that. All right, the name of this track and the artist producing it is, the name of it is What Is Meant to Be, and the group is called Last Bullet. It's from Last Bullet Music. And we appreciate their sending that into Music Scene Investigation. So, again, if you want your music heard on Music Scene Investigation and reviewed by our panelists, easy to do, musicsceneinvestigation.com. Hit that Submit a Song button, and there you go. Now, before we throw it over to the guys to battle it out for the Song of the Week, I want to remind you of a little something that we're doing starting sometime very soon. And got a little video to play for you, so here it is. Take a look at this. That's right. The hit list is coming your way and should be soon, so stay tuned for that. Now, gentlemen, I'm going to throw it over to you because you have a task to take care of before we go. You need to select a song of the week out of those you heard, so talk amongst yourselves, argue it out, however you want to do it, but let me know what you think.
Well, I was going to go for number 2. having heard the first 2 tracks, and then I heard number 3, and I think there's no doubt about it. Number 2 was good. I liked number 2 a lot, but number 3 beats it to the post, I'm afraid. For me, it's got to be number 3. It is the best track this week. It's the best mix. It's the best produced. It's the best written. It's the best performed.
Hang on. That's your opinion, Ian.
You feel free to be different, Dave.
I think track 3 is a great track, but I'm going to go for track 2 because I think it's got a lot of potential, and if they redid it, it would be a lot better. So I'm going to go for track 2.
Wow.
That's your opinion.
That's my opinion.
All right, we got split votes now. And Tom, your opinion?
I could be a righteous bastard and go for track 1, but I won't. I can see where the 2 are torn. I mean, the mix on track 3 is definitely more profound than that of track 2. Track 2, though, had that vocal performance was really good, and the vocal mixes, and then there's that record stop. And I feel bad for track 1 because track 1 was an excellent track also. It just suffers from being in the wrong, being in the wrong ring with the wrong fighter. But unfortunately, as much as I love Dave and as much as I love Ian,
damn,
I'm going to have to go with track 3.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. I know what a tough decision it was for y'all. So there you have it. Track number 3 from Last Bullet, What Is Meant to Be, is going to be our track or song of the week. So, gentlemen, thank you so much. And Dave, I really appreciate it every time you're on, man. Always learn something new.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good to be on. Thanks for keeping inviting me back, and I really enjoy it.
Well,
thanks, guys.
It's like I said, man. You're a part of the crew now.
We have no choice, Dave. Nobody else will talk to us.
Cheers, Tom. Cheers. Appreciate it.
You're the only one with good taste. That's another kudo for you. You have excellent taste, excellent ears, good-looking gentleman. Shame I'm straight.
No, not really. I'm sure Dave's very glad you're straight, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm sure I am.
All right, well,
thanks again, guys. Brilliant.
Yeah, we
has a wife
appreciate it.
now.
Yeah, all right. So we're gonna play out. We're gonna play out with Last Bullet. Hope you enjoyed, everybody. Join us again next week when Ian will tell us who our guest is. Ian,
well, as soon as the website loads.
Well, while he's doing that, I just want to say...
go on then.
Go ahead, Tom.
I just want to congratulate Ian on that video. That was very, very excellently done. And we do things on a piss-poor budget. And I got my finger in front of my face again.
Yeah, you do.
But that's to impress upon everybody the point that Ian is an excellent graphic artist, and please send him work. He needs it. He's got 2 kids and a wife. He doesn't feed the wife, but he tries to feed the kids, and breastfeeding really hurts him.
Okay. Ian, what do you got going for us? Who's on next week?
It's Mickey J.
Mikey J. All right. Well,
Mikey J.
That should be pretty cool. Mikey J is the coordinator of the Artist in Music Awards, and he runs a broadcast of his own called The Great Unknowns. So we're looking forward to having Mikey J on with us next week. Join us then, same time, same channel, for Music Scene Investigation.